How's it going, folks? It's Obo, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 7 of House of the Dragon. If you haven't seen my previous episodes, you can catch that in the description down below. And as for today's episode, I'm still one behind. The next episode is releasing as I speak right now, so I'm almost completely caught up. And then, of course, it should be the week of when you're seeing this. So the week that you're seeing this, you can expect 2 more Daredevil reactions at some point this week. I would like to do them Wednesday and Friday, but I don't know because I have one more House of the Dragon episode to watch, and then the X-Men movies and the beginning or renewal of me watching them will start at some point as well. So I'm going to wait to say when that is, when I actually just release it. So catch that at some point this week as well. But anyway, we have the next episode of House of the Dragon. I'm just going to get right into it because I want to get caught up here. I'm so close. Only an episode behind, well, technically 2. It will be 1 after I watch this episode. And all I have to say about episode 7 is that I heard it's darker, and I don't mean that as in, oh, wow, the themes of this are very powerful. No, apparently it's much like the Battle of Winterfell, or whatever the hell that name of that episode was in Season 8 of Game of Thrones, where it was so dark, you couldn't see a damn thing. Apparently, that is the same case here, to where it is intentionally dark. So it's a stylistic choice they were going for, but for some people, it is too dark to see anything going on. I don't know if that's going to be the problem with me, because I have pretty good eyesight, and for some reason, my TV or monitor, whatever you want to call it, because it's really a TV, it's not even a monitor, it really illuminates things pretty bright. So I was rewatching the last episode of House of the Dragon on a nice TV, and it was so dark, but versus here, it's like brighter. It's weird. So I don't think that's going to be a problem for me. So I'm just going to dive right in because I'm excited and I do not give a shit. So here we are with episode 7. Well, it looks like Otto's going to be in this episode. It's kind of a cheat when you're able to read the credits. I remember way back when season 6 first premiered, I'm like, oh, I still see Kit Harington in the title, so Jon Snow's still gonna be alive again. Is this a funeral? Lena's. Oh shit, everyone pulled up for her wedding. He's hand again? Okay, this is right to the point. I feel like that was a jab at her with the blood. Dude's laughing. Damn, look at little bitch Aegon. It's such a cool wedding. Or funeral, not a wedding. And joins the other caskets down in the dark below. Oh, that was so cool. All the visuals in this thing. God damn. Every episode is just like such a spectacle to look at. And the glances have begun. Just judge from across the room. Don't say a single word.
Dragons of flesh, weaving dragons of thread. Hand.
Yeah, the king's daughter is a little weird with her bug obsession.
We'll strengthen the family. Keep our Valyrian blood pure.
She's an idiot.
She's your future queen.
Flesh, weaving dragons of thread.
It kind of scared me. These family reunions are always so awkward.
Retrieve your patron.
Why is he mad at his son? He's trying to mourn for his sister. God, this is just like the wedding with everybody looking at each other.
The gods can be cruel.
Seems they've been especially cruel to you.
Yes.
Damn, she is still into him. Jesus.
There's a place for you in my court. That's something you should need.
I need nothing.
Oh, come on. Just be a family. This version of Viserys is so nice. How can you deny him?
Go to bed.
Oh, mother.
To bed?
Brother.
I mean, it's his grandson. All Otto wants is for his grandson to be king, but he must be the biggest disappointment to him. Everybody's like, this is who's gonna succeed me.
I gave up the idea of wearing a crown a generation ago. It is you, Lord Husband, who refuses to abandon this pursuit, even now at the cost of our children.
What is this brief mortal life? If not the pursuit of legacy, you would have me cast an even darker shadow over those little boys than already exists.
We are alone here, Husband. You can speak the plain truth as we both know it.
History does not remember blood. It remembers names.
He's always got the cool lines. I know he's gonna say that, but I love his thinking. Legacy and names. He's very ambitious and for his future.
I know better than anyone that our marriage is a farce. But I at least make the effort to maintain appearances. There was no joy in it. I found that elsewhere. You abandoned me.
I spared you. You were a child.
Yes. Yes, I was a child. And look at what my life became without you.
Is it gonna... Nobody's on the beach besides them. Oh, they are so gonna. Rhaenyra's been wanting her uncle for decades. Oh, that's one way to get a true Targaryen. Daemon at his own wife's funeral. Tisk tisk. I mean, what do we expect from him? Surprising bit would be Rhaenyra, because what happened to Harwin, but she's ready to jump ship too. They're doing it on the beach in the mast of a broken ship. It's kind of cool. That's like where he hid in the Stepstone battle. That's what blocked all the arrows, conveniently. She's like, we never made it this far last time, let's go! Aemond is obsessed with dragons. I mean, I understand. I'd feel jealous too if everybody but me had a dragon. And Vhagar is vacant now. You're supposed to start off with a pony, though. This is one giant stallion. Oh, the breathing sounds so cool. I love how every dragon not only looks different, but also sound design is specific to its own. That's why Caraxes has like this like subtle screech-like sound that I absolutely love. And even now Vhagar has like this cool like belch almost. Sounds like a literal waking monster. That is a big boy. Holy shit. Vhagar is huge. I know it's the biggest dragon of this time, but god damn. He's gonna try to get right on top. Wow. Kind of looks like a T-Rex almost. With a turkey neck, but a reptile version of it. That was a bad idea, little man. You're lucky you got Targaryen blood. I'd be scared shitless, dude. That is a really fucking intimidating dragon. Like I said, it does look like a T-Rex. But Aemond has no fear. Doing a really good job. I definitely like him a lot more than Aegon, because Aegon, I always call him a little bitch, because he really is. And Aemond's like the quiet, innocent, misunderstood kid, so I'm rooting for him.
So that was a fucking lie.
Damn, Aemond. Good for him. You gotta hold on better than that. And there no like, oh god, what are those things called in horse saddles? Where you put your foot? Stirrup, I think? I don't know. I've never ridden a horse. And it's been a while since I played Red Dead Redemption, so I don't know the correct terminology. Oh, that's a cool shot, man. Is this the part where people are saying it's too dark to see? Because I can see just fine, and it looks great. This this moonlight sea ride on it, the biggest dragon of that age. Yeah, its neck, as I said, it's like a turkey neck, but it's also like a that bird, the pelican, I don't know. The one from Nemo, and it put it in its mouth, it has that like scoop. Oh my, dude, the visuals in this episode, they've been every single episode, of course, but for some reason, this night ride over the sea, whew, almost reminds me of the Disney intro with the lighting.
Mother's dragon. Your mother's dead. Vhagar has a new rider now. Maybe your cousins can find you a pig to ride. It would suit you.
Whoa, okay, maybe I judged Aemond a little too quick. He's kind of a dick, too. Jesus, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? Kick his ass! Okay, I shouldn't condone child violence. He's literally winning a 1v4, though. Oh my god, he's got a rock.
Die screaming in flames just as your father did. Bastard. Doesn't know, does he? All strong.
What? I completely misjudged Aemond. He's literally no better than his brother.
Let me see.
Holy shit, he cut his eye.
Oaths to protect and defend my blood.
I'm very sorry, Your Grace.
It will heal. Will it not, Maester?
He's Odin now. Oh my god, he really is.
The eye is lost, Your Grace.
Yep.
Who did this?
They attacked me! He attacked Baylor! He attacked Baylor!
This is like Arya and Joffrey with the butcher's boy.
Enough!
My son telling the tale!
Silence!
There you go, Viserys.
I will have the truth of what happened. Now.
He meant to kill my son. It was my sons who were attacked and forced to defend themselves against them.
What insults?
Don't say it.
My sons are in line to inherit the Iron Throne, Your Grace. This is the highest of treasons.
Damon's just watching.
No, Your Grace. I could not find sleep. I had gone out to walk.
Aemond.
God, this is so awkward. Yeah, he's looking at his mom.
It was Vhagar.
Oh, his brother. Oh god.
You.
Old man Viserys. He's coming to kick your ass.
We know, Father. Everyone knows. Just look at them.
This interminable infighting must cease! All of you! Your father, your grandsire, your king demands it!
Aemond has been damaged permanently. My king, goodwill cannot make him whole.
I know, Alicent.
I shall have one of her son's eyes in return. Bring me the Eye of Lucerys, Velaryon.
Mother!
Alicent.
He can choose which eye to keep, a privilege he did not grant my son.
Alicent, this matter is finished. Do you understand? And let it be known, anyone whose tongue dares to question the birth of Princess Rhaenyra's sons should have it removed.
Thank you, Father.
I mean, Rhaenyra and her kids are safe as long as Viserys is alive, but how long is that gonna be?
Alicent, stay with the king! Alicent!
Jesus, she's trying to fucking kill her.
You flouted all to do as you please.
Alicent, let her go!
Where is duty? Where is sacrifice? Exhausting, wasn't it? Hiding beneath the cloak of your own righteousness. But now they see you as you are.
Do not mourn me, Mother. It was a fair exchange. I may have lost an eye, but I gained a dragon.
I mean, Odin gave up his eye for knowledge. I cannot believe what a twist Aemond turned out to be. I shouldn't be surprised. Bully kids, sometimes things can go terribly wrong. The older they get, the more they endure. It's only a matter of time before they want to reciprocate the pain that they have felt. Anytime there's a family event, or any event for that matter, just never attend it if you're living in this world. Coronations, weddings, funerals, tournaments, Jesus. Somebody's gonna die and shit's gonna happen.
The lady might have gone mad.
All true.
I've disgraced myself.
And yet, I've never seen that side of you, my daughter. I even doubted its existence.
It was an ugly thing. I regret it.
We play an ugly game.
He's proud of her.
And now, for the first time, I see that you have the determination to win it. What that rogue Aemond has done in winning Vhagar to our side. The boy was right. It's worth 1,000 times the price he paid.
That's true. If there's a civil war, the biggest dragon in all of Westeros and all of the world, it's gonna be mighty handy. Otto's just looking at results and numbers, and he likes the addition. He's like, this franchise traded an eye for the biggest dragon. It is worth it in my book. I'll pay any price. Or, well, have his own kin pay that price.
Gods. Is everyone alright?
See what happens when you're not there for your family.
I should have been there.
There should be our house words.
Our boys. I do love them.
I know.
Deeply. But I have not, mayhaps, loved them enough. But I recommit myself to you. I will raise our sons to be princes of the realm.
Lynn.
You deserve better than what I have been. You deserve a husband.
There's very few, like, purely wholesome characters on the show, and Leonor is one of them. So I hope he never gets harmed. Because it's a rare thing to have a genuinely good character on the show. Not, like, good in terms of writing, but, like, strength of character, their heart. In this show, specifically. Where's Cyrax been all these years?
Perhaps the Valarians knew the truth of it, but she is the better ally.
If it's an eye you want to balance the scales, I am your servant.
That will not be necessary.
He wants his reward, whatever that means. What does he want to sleep with her?
I shall await your call, my queen.
I notice she always wears green. I know it's her house color, or at least they light the fire for when preparing for war or whatever, but she constantly wears it. Same thing with her earrings, always green and gold. And even Aegon and Aemond were in green last episode I saw, or remember. Speak of the devil. She's calling them greens. Damn, they're really gearing up for a civil war.
We could not marry unless Leonor were dead.
Oh, come on, that's not worth it.
I know.
Rhaenyra. She is not okay with it, is she? I mean, she wouldn't have said all that and then be like, yeah, I know.
Skin of me, my lord. A quick death. One with witnesses.
I will not be a tyrant.
Who's that?
You have always looked down on me.
I do love Laenor. My lord. This will cost Lord Corlys and Princess Rhaenys their only remaining child.
Oh my god, they actually killed him.
whisper.
How did you let this happen? In my fucking home! Tell me!
They will fear what else we might be capable of.
I can't believe she went along with this. This wedding custom. Literally binding blood. The guy that killed Laenor wasn't the same that she told to bring with him. Because I was like, he's not going to kill Laenor. He loves him. But I guess it was someone else. I must have mistook his face. I mean, as she said, let them whisper, but very convenient that they're getting married right after her husband and his wife die and they happen to be siblings. I feel like Daemon should just kill this guy because he's going to know the truth. Wait, what? He cut his hair off at... Okay. I was like, Rhaenyra would never do that. I kind of... Okay. Bravo to Rhaenyra and Daemon. They're not that bad. Let's go. They didn't kill somebody innocent and burn them so nobody would know. Oh, that's like what Theon did with the two farmer boys. Burn them so nobody would know. They thought it was Bran and Rickon, but it's not. I'm actually very impressed. I like that, bro. I didn't want Laenor to die, and they worked it out. They found a way. Again, somebody innocent died, but maybe it was the dude running away to report it. Oh, shit, that sucks. He was just trying to do his duty, but... Yes, Laenor's not dead. He gets to live his happy life. I knew it. That was the guy that... The dude that he brought with him to Dragonstone. I don't know his name, but he was the one he was sparring with all the time. I'm like, why would he turn on Laenor? I thought they were, like, close. Not just, like, hooking up, but I thought they were close to each other. So it looks like everything's working out. Unless that is, again, just an entirely different guy. And they all set it up, but I don't know. Damn. I like that, bro. I really fucking do. But God, dude, this episode was kind of really short. I felt like that flew by. I don't think it was much shorter than previous episodes, but I felt like that was just like, and we're done. But crazy episode, though. Again, I kind of should have knew with Aemond, because I said usually the kids that take the most beatings eventually are going to snap back, but I misjudged. I think it's because I turned a blind eye because he's a kid. And I certainly don't really do that with adults. That might make me sound like a bad person because I'll be like, oh, I don't trust them, or I'm generally distrusting, but more often than not, I'm right, or at least I've never been proven wrong technically, because it would be like a situation that I'll never know the truth of, but always have an inner feeling. And I tend to trust my feelings, but I guess because he was a kid, I was like, I don't believe him. And it's acting too, so inconsistencies with story, because if this was real life, might not necessarily play out that way, where they're trying to paint him as innocent in one scene, and then the other, he's just like, psych. So I didn't get the full picture, but even with the Vhagar thing, I should have mentioned it or brought it up, because I was aware, like, yeah, I'm like, shouldn't have passed to the daughters in my mind, but I didn't think it would be like that big of a deal, because I was just kind of happy for him because he was getting his own dragon. But if we're really painting this as Alicent's children versus Rhaenyra's, now Alicent's side has the biggest dragon in all of Westeros and Essos and the entire world of Song of Ice and Fire. I don't know what the world name is. I don't think there's a name for the world. So, not a very good sign on Rhaenyra's part. I don't know what they called her, the Greens. So, or Alicent, because the Green, the Flame, and Hightower. I don't know what the Rhaenyra, or Daemon and Rhaenyra will get a color. I mean, they're Targaryens, so they might be the Reds or the Blacks, because the Targaryen sigil, black and red. They could be either one, the Reds or the Blacks, but yeah, they know a civil war is brewing. They know the storm is coming, and now shit's gonna get real. I read that, again, there's gonna be one more time jump, but once that happens, then we're officially in the Dance of Dragons, and this is when it's really gonna start with sort of consistent pacing. Take it slowly. We're gonna lead to the culmination of things and have the series breathe, because we're kind of still jumping with all these time jumps. For instance, this funeral, I was surprised to see Otto was already named Hand of the King. I thought there would be a scene of them recollecting and him returning to King's Landing. It was just like, nope, everybody's at the funeral. I was surprised to see the king there, and I was a little confused, and I saw Alicent too, and I was just like, what the hell? And I'm like, everybody showed up for the wedding. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with that. But back to Aemond for a second, the scene where he called Rhaenyra's kids, I don't know their names yet. Bastards, and then just started punching everyone. I was just like, where the hell is this coming from? I don't know. I went easy on him, but now I know he too is a scumbag like Aegon. He might be more violent. Aegon's just kind of like repulsive and gross. Like you wouldn't want to touch him. You wouldn't want to be near him. He's a sleazy guy at a bar that you're just like, oh God, get away from me. Versus Aemond is just apparently the violent type, sadistic type. I was like, what? He was smiling and taking pleasure in it. I'm like, okay, he's a Joffrey Ramsay type. I mean, when a Targaryen is born, the gods flip a coin. But technically, since he's half Targaryen because Alicent is his mother, he shouldn't be that crazy. But I guess genetically speaking, it could still work. But damn, Aegon's weird, Aemond's weird. And then their daughter is also super weird with her. I don't care if she has a little hobby and she's curious about sort of the animals and discovering the sciences of the world, but keeping a bunch of bugs in jars and making poems about dragons and blood and death and then squeezing a spider in a shell. It's a little sus, even for my taste. Like, I'm okay if you have a little passion, but this shit is creepy, dude. If I ever had a kid and they started doing that shit, I'd be like, this is a little bit of cause for concern, okay? We're gonna need to talk about this, but Alicent is just like, nah. As long as my children get sort of titles and blah, 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 they can do whatever the hell they want, and all her children have some questionable qualities, I'll say. But damn, I'm excited for the next episode. I'm just gonna end this one off here. And once more, the whole idea of this being too dark, it would have to be the scene where he was riding Vhagar across the sea. It looked perfectly fine on my end. I usually rewatch these on my TV in my living room. This is different because this is like a 20-inch TV that's plugged into my computer, so it's not... I don't know why, but it illuminates better, but the quality is way less. But I'll have to see how that looks. But it looked perfectly fine on my part. It definitely looked fake. Not fake, like, oh, I look bad VFX, but just because of the moon. Like, the moon is not that bright. Maybe in this world it is. Kind of like in Skyrim. The moon is enormous and it lights up the entire forest. Like, you could see perfectly. So I could see perfectly in this scene. It wasn't like, oh my God, it's so dark. I can't see what the hell is going on. And, well, then again, the sea, too, kind of has its own light, especially if the moon is shining on it. So I thought it looked really good. It did remind me of the Disney intro a bit with Driftmark lit up at night. And it was the sea. It did nice vibes. I liked it. But so again, I'm going to end this off here. A lot of shit went down this episode, so can't wait to see what happens in the next one. I can only imagine.